The Galactic Empire has ruled over 47 star systems for 3 millennia. Their enforcement fleet, led by Commander Velthar of the reptilian Krell species, patrols the contested border of the Outer Reach, a region considered the edge of civilized space. On a routine patrol near the Helios Nebula, the flagship Eternal Dominion detects an anomaly. A massive energy signature appears from nowhere. No jump gate activation, no warp trail, nothing. Impossible by all known physics. Then it emerges. A warship unlike anything in Imperial records. Dark gray hull, angular design covered in strange markings and symbols. No energy shields visible, yet sensor scans bounce off its surface. The vessel is 800 meters long, modest by Empire standards, but radiates power readings that don't match its size. Commander Velthar opens a channel. Silence. Then a response in perfect galactic common. "This is Captain Jinho of the Terran Systems Alliance ship Indomitable. We come in peace, but we are ready for war." Velthar has never heard of Terra or humans. He demands the ship submit to Imperial authority and prepare for inspection. Captain Jinho's response is calm but firm. "We submit to no one. We are here to establish diplomatic contact. Stand down your weapons." The commander, insulted by this primitive vessel's audacity, orders a warning shot. The Empire's plasma lance, capable of melting through battleship armor, fires. The human ship doesn't dodge. The beam strikes its hull and dissipates, not absorbed, not deflected, simply negated. "That was a mistake," Captain Jinho says. The Indomitable fires a full broadside, 30 plasma cannons, missile clusters, and kinetic railguns. The human ship remains motionless as every weapon fails to penetrate. Then the Indomitable responds. A single weapon, something the humans call a mass accelerator. A slug of metal fired at 4% light speed. It punches through 3 decks of the flagship like paper, deliberately missing critical systems. "Next one goes through your reactor," Jinho warns. "Withdraw your fleet and we can talk." Humiliated and terrified, Commander Velthar retreats, sending an urgent message to the Imperial throne. "Unknown alien threat detected. Request immediate reinforcement." The Galactic Council convenes in emergency session on the capital world of Sanctum Prime. Velthar's report is met with disbelief, then alarm. Fleet Admiral Torvan, a 4-armed insectoid Chirixian, is tasked with investigating this Terran threat. Meanwhile, the Empire's Intelligence Bureau assigns their best operative, Sora, a human-looking agent from the Valak species, shapeshifters who can mimic any form. Her mission: infiltrate this human ship, learn their secrets, and determine their weakness. Sora poses as a stranded refugee near the human ship's position. The Indomitable picks up her distress signal and brings her aboard. She's shocked by what she finds. The crew is small, only 200 personnel for a ship this size. They're mammalian bipeds, similar to several known species, but their technology is bizarre. No energy shields, yet their armor plating is impervious. No gravity generators, yet they have artificial gravity. No psychic interfaces, yet their computers respond faster than thought-based systems. Captain Jinho is professional but cautious. He assigns Yuna, the ship's head of security, to watch over Sora. Yuna is sharp, disciplined, and suspicious. Sora's cover story holds, but she can tell Yuna doesn't fully trust her. During her stay, Sora observes the crew. They're strange. They laugh, argue, show emotion openly, considered primitive by Empire standards. Yet their efficiency is remarkable. Engineer Doyen maintains systems that should require a team of 50. Weapons Officer Hana runs combat simulations that predict enemy moves with 90% accuracy. Medical Officer Tai Yang discusses genetic engineering and nanotechnology as if they're commonplace. Most disturbing, they're weapons. Sora sneaks into the armory and sees rifles that fire solid metal, not plasma. Grenades that use chemical explosives, not antimatter. Blades made of sharpened steel, not energy fields. Primitive, yet somehow, it all works. She hacks into the ship's database and learns the truth. Humanity developed in isolation beyond the Empire's borders. They never discovered energy shields, FTL travel, or psychic technology. Instead, they mastered kinetics, nuclear power, and AI. Their obsolete technology is so fundamentally different that Empire weapons can't affect it, and Empire defenses can't stop it. Before she can transmit her findings, Yuna confronts her. "You're not Valix," Yuna says coldly. "You're something else." Sora's cover is blown. Sora is detained, but Captain Jinho doesn't treat her as an enemy. "We know your Empire sent you," he says calmly. "We'd have done the same." He offers her a choice. Stay as a prisoner or return to the Empire with a message. Sora, shaken by the humans' strange mercy, chooses the message. Jinho's terms are simple. The Terran Systems Alliance seeks peaceful coexistence. They will establish an embassy, open trade, and share knowledge. But they will not submit to imperial rule. If the Empire attacks, humanity will defend itself. Sora returns to Sanctum Prime and delivers the message. The Council is divided. The diplomatic faction, led by Ambassador Quenra of the peaceful Leoran species, argues for negotiation. The military faction, led by Fleet Admiral Torvan, demands subjugation. "No species refuses the Empire and survives," he declares. Emperor Jarnoth, an ancient being who has ruled for centuries, listens in silence. Then he speaks. "We will test them. Send the Third Armada. If they are strong, we negotiate. If they are weak, we conquer." The Third Armada, 300 warships, mobilizes. It's the largest fleet deployed in a century. Meanwhile, aboard the Indomitable, Captain Jinho receives word of the approaching armada. His crew is tense. Communications Officer Nari suggests they retreat. Tactical Officer Sungho argues they should call for reinforcements. But Earth Command has ordered the Indomitable to hold position. Humanity's first contact cannot appear weak. "We're one ship against 300, Hana says grimly. As the Third Armada arrives, Jinho broadcasts on all channels. "This is your final warning. We do not want war. But if you attack, we will show you why humanity survived alone for 500 years. Admiral Torvan ignores the warning and orders an orbital bombardment on a nearby uninhabited moon, a demonstration of power. The moon's surface is glassed in seconds. "Your turn," Torvan sneers. The Indomitable doesn't fire on the moon. Instead, it deploys something small, a probe, no bigger than a fighter craft. The probe approaches the Armada and detonates. It's an EMP weapon, amplified by human technology. Every ship in the Third Armada goes dark. Shields fail. Weapons offline. Life support minimal. 300 warships, dead in the water. "Power will return in 6 hours, Jinho announces. "Use that time to reconsider. We could have used nuclear warheads, we didn't. Don't make us regret that mercy." The Third Armada limps back to Imperial space in humiliation. The Empire is reeling. How did one ship cripple an entire armada without firing a weapon? Emperor Jarnoth demands answers. Sora, now debriefed, reveals everything. Humanity's kinetic weapons, their EMP technology, their AI-assisted targeting, their nuclear arsenals. "They are not more advanced," she explains. "They are differently advanced. Our shields stop energy, not matter. Our armor resists heat, not kinetic force. Our sensors detect psychic signals, not electromagnetic ones. We've evolved to fight our kind of war. They evolved to fight theirs." The Council realizes the terrifying truth. Humanity is the Empire's perfect counter. But Emperor Jarnoth is intrigued rather than afraid. He orders a diplomatic envoy to Earth, humanity's homeworld. Ambassador Quenra volunteers, and Sora, now an expert on humans, accompanies her. When they arrive at Earth, they're stunned. It's a single planet orbiting a yellow star, yet it's fortified like a fortress. Orbital defense platforms, satellite networks, hidden weapon arrays, and beyond Earth, Mars, a red desert world being terraformed. Europa, a frozen moon hosting mining colonies. The asteroid belt, stripped for resources. Humans didn't spread through the stars. They're just beginning. This is their first step. Quenra meets with the Terran Council. Leading the discussion is Minji, humanity's Secretary General, a sharp diplomat who plays hardball. The negotiations are tense. Humanity wants recognition as an independent power. The Empire wants humans to acknowledge imperial authority. "We've survived alone for 5 centuries, Minji says. "We don't need you, but we're willing to work with you, as equals." Quenra realizes she's outmatched. These humans don't crave the Empire's approval. They don't fear its might. They simply don't care. Before the talks collapse, something unexpected happens. A distress signal from the Empire's frontier. A species called the Devourers, a hive-minded swarm that consumes entire worlds, has broken through the border. They're advancing on inhabited systems. The Empire's fleets are scrambling, but the Devourers are relentless. Millions will die. Minji listens to the report, then makes an offer. "Help us understand your technology. Share your star maps. In return, we'll help you fight." The Indomitable joins a task force of Imperial ships heading to the Devourer front. Captain Jinho's crew is uneasy. They're fighting alongside species they nearly went to war with. But orders are orders. The first battle is brutal. The Devourers don't use technology. They are biological warships, armored in chitin, firing acid and bioweapons. Imperial energy weapons are effective, but the swarm is endless. Then the Indomitable enters the fight. Human kinetic weapons, railguns, missiles, mass accelerators, tear through Devourer hulls. Their EMP weapons disrupt the hive mind's coordination. Nuclear warheads vaporize clusters of bioships. The Empire watches in awe as one human ship does the work of 10 of theirs. But the battle takes a toll. Engineer Do-Yun is injured, keeping the reactor stable. Medical Officer Tai Yang works through exhaustion to save wounded crew. Weapons Officer Hana pushes systems beyond their limits until they burn out. In the climax, a massive Devourer hive queen appears, a planet-sized organism capable of spawning millions more. Imperial forces can't penetrate its armor. Admiral Torvan, leading the fleet, orders a retreat. Captain Jinho refuses. "We didn't come here to run." He orders a desperate plan. The Indomitable will get close enough to fire a specially modified nuclear warhead, a planet killer, directly into the Hive Queen's core. It's a suicide run. Yuna protests. Sungho argues, but Jinho is firm. "If we don't stop it here, it reaches inhabited worlds. Billions die." Sora, observing from an Imperial ship, realizes what's happening. She contacts Quenra. "They're sacrificing themselves for us." The Indomitable charges through the swarm, taking heavy damage. Shields, recently installed after collaborating with Empire engineers, flicker and fail. Armor plates crack. But they reach the Hive Queen. Jinho arms the warhead. "It's been an honor," he tells his crew. Then, at the last second, Admiral Torvan's fleet returns. "You humans are insane," he growls. "But you've earned our respect. We're not letting you die alone." The combined fleet provides cover as the Indomitable fires the warhead. It buries deep into the Hive Queen and detonates. The explosion is blinding, a small star born in the void. The Hive Queen collapses, and the Devourer swarm scatters. The battle is won. The war against the Devourers continues, but the tide has turned. Humanity and the Empire fight side by side, combining their strengths. Human kinetics and Empire energy weapons, human AI and Empire psychic networks, human determination and Empire resources. Emperor Jarnoth formally recognizes the Terran Systems Alliance as a sovereign power, the first species in 3,000 years granted this status. Captain Jinho is awarded the Star of Unity, the Empire's highest honor, but Jinho doesn't see himself as a hero. "We did what had to be done," he says. As the Indomitable undergoes repairs, Sora visits Jinho one last time. "I was sent to find your weakness," she admits. "I never did." Jinho smiles. "Our weakness is simple. We're stubborn. We don't know when to quit." "Then I'm glad you're on our side." As humanity prepares to explore the galaxy, the Empire watches with a mix of wariness and hope. These humans, from nowhere, unexpected, unprepared for, have changed everything. The Galactic Empire was not prepared. But perhaps, together, they can be.